welcome to another episode of Wicked Easy Cooking. And today we're making turkey burgers, but not your typical dried out, no flavor, hockey puck turkey burgers. No way. Today we're making them sous vide. So I've got two recipes for you, and these are not only going to be juicy and flavorful, but wicked easy to make. So let's get started. Okay, the first one I have for you is wicked easy sous vide cheese and mustard turkey burgers. And I will post not only this recipe, but the other one as well at the end of this video. So this one's pretty easy. It's just gonna mix some ingredients. We have 1.5 pounds of ground turkey. We have about 1/2 cup of cheese of your choice. I'm using Swiss cheese today. Should be all grated up so that it can get incorporated. We also have about 4 scallions that have been thinly sliced. We're going to put in some dry breadcrumbs too. That's going to help make our binder. I'm using panko breadcrumbs today, a little thicker. That's the Japanese breadcrumbs. We're also going to put in 1/4 cup of Dijon mustard. Make sure it's Dijon. Don't put like a French's mustard in there, because the Dijon has a flavor that we want in there. It has the white wine and some of those other flavors that are really going to stand out in our turkey burger. So we need that extra flavor. And lastly, we're going to put in about a clove of garlic. I'm going to season it with some salt and pepper. And I've also got some chopped parsley that I may add in just to give it some color. So it's very easy to make. Just add in the turkey. We got to add in the cheese. Okay, we're going to put in our scallions, breadcrumbs, and then our mustard. All of this gets incorporated, but you want to do it lightly, gently fold it. Use a fork, don't use your hands, because we don't want it to be all compressed. Okay? We want it to be lightly incorporated. Lastly, our garlic. All right? So I'm going to take the fork and I'm going to mix this up. So it's all incorporated in there. And then we're going to season it with salt and pepper. Okay, all the ingredients are in there. Now we just have to mix it up, and then I'm going to show you forming it and putting it into our bag. Okay, our second one is wicked easy sous vide cranberry and brie turkey burgers, my family's favorite. So let's go over the ingredients. We have about a slice or so of white bread, sandwich bread. I've just cubed it up here. You can rip it apart. That's going to go in our bowl first. And we've got about a clove of garlic that's all minced up. That's going to go in there, and then we're going to add about 3 tablespoons of milk. Pour that over it, and use a fork to mash that together. Get it all incorporated. This is really called a panade in a lot of classic French cooking, but it's basically just to get that bread to absorb some of that milk, which is going to be our binder in there. It's going to hold our turkey together, and it's going to give it that burger texture that we need. So we just incorporate that. Then, as you'll see in the recipe, which again I'll post at the end, we've got about 1.5 pounds of ground turkey. We're going to add that in along with our diced red onions. I've got some diced cranberries, dried cranberries that I've just chopped up. Doesn't that go great? Cranberries and turkey. It's like a New England Thanksgiving. Now here's where we go decadent. We're going to add some Brie cheese. Taking some Brie cheese here, and I've just cubed it up into small cubes. That's going to get mixed in. That's going to melt inside of our burger, which is going to be yummy. We've got a little ketchup, add some flavor, and this is the big one. Rosemary. I took this out of my garden actually today, and it's a sprig of rosemary that we're going to dice up. This is going to give it that earthy flavor inside the turkey burger. This is really what makes this dish. And then, of course, some salt and pepper at the end just to add our seasoning. Okay, so we've got our milk all absorbed into our bread. Now we can add in our turkey. Okay, again, about 1.5 pounds of that. We're going to add in our diced onions. Spread those around. Okay, move this out of the way. We've got our cranberries, and we're going to put in, well, I'm going to wait on the cheese. Okay, we put that cranberries in, and then we mix it all up. Again, don't really want to use your hands because we don't want to mush it, make it too dense. We don't want the heat of our hands either with this turkey. So I'm going to use a fork and just fold it. And once I get it kind of started here, I can add the rest of our ingredients. So I've got our Brie cheese. right, the ketchup. All right, and lastly, our rosemary, our main ingredients. And then to taste, I'm going to give it a little bit of black pepper and then a good little bit of salt. Generous amount. Okay, we're just going to mix all this together and then I'm going to show you forming the patties. Okay, we've got our ground turkey mixtures all made up here and incorporated, and now we're making patties. So you want to divide the mixture into about 6. You know, you can get 6 pretty good sized burgers from each of these batches. And then just kind of make them about an inch thick or so. Keep them kind of round on the edges and, you know, reform them. Get them so they're kind of plump, kind of thick. So you can see this is the one with the cheese and the mustard. And then over here, I have the ones with the brie and the cranberries. So I'm forming those. Now what I like to do is take these and put them in the refrigerator just for a little minute, 10 minutes or so, just to let the flavors blend and let them firm up a minute. And then we're going to slip them into the bags and put them into our water. Hey, be right back. Okay, so our burgers have been in the refrigerator. They've set up a little bit. Now I'm starting to put them into our sous vide bags. Now some people say you could put them in individual bags, which is fine. It keeps their shape better. I think you can get probably 4 in each bag. You know, you don't want to overcrowd them because you're going to lose that nice shape. You can see how this is already getting a little flat on the bottom. I'm okay with that, and I think it just takes up less room in my bag. So I've got 2 here of the cheese and mustard. And then I've got 2 of the, you know, brie and cranberry ones in this bag. We're going to put them into our immersion circulator. I'm going to use the water displacement method. So I'm going to close the bag most of the way and just leave the corner open. I'm going to put this into the water and let it force out any of the air in there, and then I'm going to let it cook for about an hour, 145 degrees in our immersion circulator. We're going to take them out, pat them dry, and then put them on our grill. So let me get these in the water and I'll see you in an hour. Okay, our turkey burgers have been cooking just over an hour now, so I'm going to pull those out and finish them. But remember, an hour is minimum. You could do 2-3 hours. You don't have to worry about it. It'll stay at that perfect, you know, temperature, ready for you to sear it or grill it, which I'm going to show you both ways. So let me pull those out. Okay, so you can see here, we have the one with the brie and the cranberries. A little bit of liquid come out of it, but they're still holding their size and shape. And this one's with the mustard and the cheese. So let's pull those out. Okay, and then we're going to blot them dry with paper towels, and then, oh, they are just plump and juicy, juicy. Okay, so you can see them both right here. They still have their shape, and they're kind of ugly at this point. They're a little gray, but once we char them, you know, on our barbecue grill or in a hot saute pan, they're going to pick up that traditional brown color and some of that char flavor. So let's do that right now. Okay, so now we're ready to cook these. As I mentioned, you want to make sure they're blotted dry because any moisture is just going to turn to steam and you're never going to get that char. Now, you can add some fat to the pan if you want, maybe a little oil, or you could use like a pan spray and just give the burgers a little bit of fat on top. That'll help facilitate that browning a little bit quicker. So I'm going to do 1 of each on a pan and 1 of each on the grill, and then we'll look at the differences. So the first one we'll do is the pan. So I have the fat side, put that in there, put that one in there. You know, high heat, good pan, get that good char, good color on it, about a minute on each side, flip it, then the other side. Okay, so we're finished. We've got our seared ones on this side, which I did in the non-stick pan right on the stove. Then over here I've got our grilled ones, okay? Did 1 of each, both style. So now we're gonna get to taste them. So before I wanted to show you making them up. So we have some sesame rolls here that I toasted on the grill. I think these turkey goes great with mayo. So I'm gonna put a little mayo on these. And then you can put any type of other condiment you want, mustard, ketchup, relish if you'd like, and also toppings. I think it's going to go great with some lettuce on both of these. Okay, we got some tomatoes. Put some nice tomatoes from the garden on there. And then maybe avocado. So I have a nice avocado here. We could put a couple of slices on too. That would make a nice addition to our turkey burgers. Okay, so we'll put a grilled one on here. And then we'll put one of our seared ones on there. Okay, that looked good. That one looked good. So now, it really comes down to just tasting them by themselves. So let's cut them open. And I can show it to you on the camera what the inside looks like. Now just to refresh your memory, this is the one with the mustard and the cheese. Look at how juicy that is. Look at how soft it is. You can see the juice coming right out of it. And then this one over here has our Brie cheese, which is, you can still see little parts of it, little pockets of that inside there, as well as the cranberries. So now we get to just taste those. So I'm going to cut a little piece off of this one. That one is really good. As is that one. This one has a little bit more flavor in it, I think. Either one of them, you can't go wrong. Please try these at home. Okay, put those comments in the section below and let me know how it worked out for your family, how you enjoyed them, if you changed them up at all, changed any of those seasonings. And as always, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do that. If you like this video, hit like and share with your friends. Again, turkey burgers, sous vide, one with brie and cranberries and rosemary, and the other one with mustard and any kind of cheese you want. I use Gruyere. Again, thanks for watching. Bye-bye now.